Hi everyone, my name is Margaret and I'm a Gael Scoil committee member. I really hope that you're enjoying our 17 Days of St. Patrick video series and that we're able to bring Gael Scoil to you this year. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Irish dance history and how it's developed and changed over time to become what it is today. You're also going to get to see some excellent Irish step dancers, so let's get started. First, let's talk about the origins of Irish dance. It's really hard to tell exactly how Irish dancing originated because it was such a long time ago, but it's believed that Irish dance originated with the Druid people who would do group dances for pagan worship. It's also said that Irish dance was shaped and changed by different groups of people who invaded Ireland. Now, in the 1500s to 1600s, Ireland saw many group dances at larger public events, such as weddings or fairs, anywhere where there was a large group of people who just wanted to enjoy themselves by dancing. In the 1700s, Ireland saw the origination of the dance master. Now, there were dance masters all throughout Ireland, and each dance master was in charge of a certain area or a certain territory where they would teach classes for a small fee. And they would teach wherever they could find some space. So that could be a kitchen in somebody's home, a barn, even a local crossroads, if the weather permitted. And sometimes it would get a little bit crowded because a lot of people were interested and they might have been in a tighter space. But this really brought about what we know as Irish step dancing today. In 1893, the Gaelic League was formed by a group of people whose goal was to preserve the Irish culture and particularly Irish language. But the Gaelic League really aided in founding the Irish Dancing Commission, and that was officially formed in 1930. And the Irish Dancing Commission is still around today. And globally, there are 25 regions all around the world who are administered by an authority who reports back to the commission. Each region holds a qualifying event called a regional Oireachtas, and this is where dancers can qualify for the world championships as well as national championships, and these are held every year. Now, I think one of the first things that people think of when they think of Irish dancers are the beautiful costumes. Now, traditionally, Irish dance costumes have Celtic designs, sometimes from the Book of Kells, and older fashioned or older styled costumes traditionally used lace, maybe had a shawl or a brooch, and today, really, they're used for presentation on stage. Now, there are really two types of costumes. There's a school costume, which you can think of as a team uniform. And when dancers dance in a group, sometimes called a céilí, or they perform in a group at maybe a show or another performance, sometimes dancers can wear their school costume. And this is just to show that the group is unified and they're all part of the same school, or you can think of it as a team. A solo costume, that's really what we think of when we think of those brighter, shinier costumes. And these are tailored to fit the dancer oftentimes, and they're made so that the dancer stands out on stage when they are competing. Here's just some examples of some traditional Irish dance costumes. As you can see, the very traditional designs, the lace, the material was a bit heavier. And here's some examples of more modern day Irish dance costumes. So like I said, a lot of times these solo costumes can be custom made to fit the dancer. The dancer or sometimes the teachers can help as well, choose colors, designs, things like that. And the goal is just so that the dancer really stands out on stage when he or she is competing. So there are a couple different types of shoes that dancers can wear, one of them being the soft shoe. And these are the first type of shoes that a dancer is going to lace up when they first start their dancing career. So the girls' shoes kind of look more like a ballet slipper. And here's an example of the boys' shoe. And the boys' shoe almost does remind you of the hard shoe. And our hard shoes are, they're more like a tap shoe. They make that loud noise, right? And different shoes are worn for different dances. So soft shoes are worn by both boys and girls for the reel, the jig, as well as Ceilidh dances. Now, boys do not dance what's called a slip jig, but girls do. And when they dance a slip jig, they also wear their soft shoes. The hard shoes are worn for a dance called a treble jig or for a hornpipe. Something that sets Irish dancers apart from other types of dance too is that Irish dancers have to keep their arms very straight at their sides. And there are a few different theories for this. One theory is just that the dance master was very strict, and it's something that kind of followed over time, that tightening of the arms at the sides. Another theory is the British occupation of Ireland, where the British did not want the Irish to carry out their traditions. So if a British soldier was walking past somebody's home and they were practicing their Irish dance, if they had their arms at their sides, the British soldier wouldn't know that they were practicing Irish dance. Another theory is the church wanted people to be more modest. And sometimes people might have thought that there was just simply no room. Like I said earlier, when Irish dance first kind of originated, they found wherever they could practice, a kitchen, a barn, sometimes a small space. So some people think that there simply was just no room for any elaborate arm movements. Something else you might notice about Irish dancers, female Irish dancers, is that they wear wigs. And again, this is Irish tradition, so we think. Women would curl their hair on Saturday nights to get ready for church the next day on Sunday. And many times, ceilidhs or group dances were held after church. Nowadays, you're going to see many different styles of wigs, maybe a bun wig, a big curly wig, or sometimes dancers can have straight hair as well. Irish dance has really grown in popularity over the years, and this really started with river dance in 1995. And after that came out and was such a huge success, this led to other shows such as Lord of the Dance or Feet of Flames. We've also seen some different documentaries that showcase the competitive sport that is Irish dance. One of them is called Jig. And now, too, sometimes Irish dancers like to have fun making videos where they're Irish dancing to modern music. There are a few different social media accounts if you want to check out some Irish dancing. The Irish Dancing Commission has their own Facebook and Instagram account. You can also check out a group called Fusion Fighters. They always post some really great stuff. You can also follow Riverdance on Instagram. If you're looking for just some Irish dance videos, YouTube is always a great place to look to. So to wrap it up, Irish dancing is a wonderful pastime. It's growing in popularity here in the US, and it's just a great way to keep Irish culture alive in a fun, but also sometimes a competitive atmosphere. So I really hope that you enjoyed learning with me today, and I know you're going to enjoy watching some fantastic Irish dancers. So enjoy, and happy St. Patrick's Day.